Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Nix.
And the Raiders have got him. So a tough early challenge here. 2nd and long after the sack.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. To throw is Nix.
And it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Now it's Nix.
And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletions. They're going for more.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Dragon 60. Get it? 60. Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 go.
Throwing to start the drive. Presley.
Short throw caught by Bowers. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
70 Ranger.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Presley.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away. turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Looking to throw. Presley. On target over the middle to Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10.
Warriors 17. 6. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 41, here's a second down and 4. Here's Nix.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And now they'll shift things around. Nix from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And down he goes, brought down, Raiders sack. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
They're going. It's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Presley.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Broncos. Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Presley.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Buffalo 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, Presley.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. And that play,
it's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Broncos nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims with career touchdown number 60. And the Broncos are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Broncos 7. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run straight ahead with Genty. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Panther 60.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Second and 20 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this out to Genty.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun on 3rd down, Presley.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Up the middle, it's Genty.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Nix to the air. They'll swing this out to Harvey.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
At the Raiders.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Nix's pass.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Looking to throw. Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down. Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
60 by 6.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Operating from the gun, Presley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18, Cup 19, Cup 9, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. 60 Bobcats, 65, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Back to throw. Presley. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready, go!
Looking to throw. Presley.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
19 Lions.
Back to throw. Presley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw is Nix.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Now it's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
The Broncos
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
Raiders 24, Broncos 13. Miami Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Presley. It's complete to Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Presley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. 7 Pirates. Trap 60.
Back to throw. Presley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
65, Stephanie. Cougar 19, 60 Maverick. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
A run out of the gun with Genty.
A beautiful spin and room to run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Ashton Genty in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 13.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. bus right out of the locker room. An onside kick attempt. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram from 19 yards away.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Broncos will.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Broncos 21. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They'll go again with Genty.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
87 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Bronco 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Presley.
He's got his tight end. That's Bowers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Presley. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff to Genty. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun. Presley. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Nix once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Here's Nix.
And the Broncos
gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Nix going to give to Harvey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Nix going to keep this himself. Throw left side complete to Ingram.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary.
Touchdown, Broncos! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tag! 1979 Broncos, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go!
On the give, Gianti.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll find Gianti out of the backfield.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 28.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try to run for it with Gianti. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than
on 4th down, Presley
able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Presley to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions. Ready?
Looking to throw. Presley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Genty will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
After 60. 70 Cut 19. Cut 19. Go.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Raiders 44, Broncos 29.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And down he goes. The second back right around the 41-yard line.
13 yards. It's 2nd down.
To throw, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Nix from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos get a bit closer. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by DeMarvin Overshow.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And I think he got a yard to the 41.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw. Presley.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
This just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Nix to the air.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. They'll swing this out to Harvey.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Throwing Nix.
He's got him in wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
37 yards.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Broncos will line up.
Back to throw again. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good.
Raiders 47, Broncos 41.
So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check smash, check smash. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go, Reed, go.
On the give, Genty.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Cowboy 80.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Las Vegas,
their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.